Hello folks. So it is a overcast kind of rainy day here in Toronto, and there's nothing more than I love than comfort food on these days. So we are going to be making the ultimate comfort sandwich, the French Croque Monsieur. It is delightful and creamy and oozy goozy goodness. Okay, first we're going to preheat our oven to 425. Now, I know some of you might be a little intimidated by the next process, but trust me, it's not that hard, okay? If you just have everything pre-measured beforehand and take it one step at a time, you'll be grand. We are going to make the bechamel sauce. This is a classic French sauce. It's a white sauce, and it can be used in a myriad of different ways. All right, so what we're going to do first, we're going to turn on our burner. I'm going to put it at about I think like a 6 for now, and if it gets too hot, I can just turn it down. Now we are going to start with 3 tablespoons of unsalted butter. Now guys, if you don't have unsalted butter and all you have in the house is salted, that's okay. Then you're not going to add any extra salt to it at the end. All right, so work with what you have. If you're vegan, dairy-free, you can also use Earth Balance or non-dairy butter of choice. I've made this both dairy-free and I've made it regular, and it's turned out just fine. All right, so we're putting the butter in. Then we have here 3 tablespoons of flour. Again, I have used gluten-free flour here, so feel free to make the change. It still turns out wonderful. We're going to take our whisk and we're going to whisk that around. So what we want to do is we want to cook this butter just a little bit to get the flour taste out. We're doing this because this is going to help thicken our sauce, this butter. This is called a roux traditionally. What we're doing right now, this is a roux. So we are going to cook this. We don't want it to get too dark, so we're only going to cook this for about, let this cook for about a minute, okay? So I just want to make sure it's all combined really well. And you see, guys, just bringing it a little closer, it's already, you can see it's sort of changing colors, right? Guys, you see how it's bubbling a little bit? We are ready to add our milk. Oh, and there's our timer, right on time.
Stop.
Okay, so now we're going to add 2 cups. I'm using whole milk, my special A2 milk. That's casein, low in casein. Again, here you can use almond milk, soy milk. I have, again, used those alternate milks, and it has turned out just great. All right, so we're going to keep stirring this until it thickens, all right? That could take, depending on your stove, I'm going to turn my burner up just slightly to like a 6.5. Again, we want to watch because this can kind of get thick really quickly. So I'm going to just keep stirring this with my whisk. Okay guys, I'm going to show you how to check if your sauce is ready. So all you'll need is a spoon or a wooden spoon or a spatula. So you dip it in and then you just take your finger and run it down the middle. And you see how it doesn't come back together, it stays like that? That's how you know it's ready. Okay, so now this is where we add our seasonings. I'm going to add a pinch of salt, because remember I used unsalted butter. If you don't have unsalted butter and you use salted, at this point do not add salt, okay? Or you could actually just taste it and see how you feel. Like you may feel like you want a little bit more salt in there. All right, we're going to add a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. Ground nutmeg is fine. If you have fresh, use fresh. It's beautiful, but I didn't have it in the house, so we are going to use ground. And then a little bit of pepper. Oh, this nutmeg smells really fantastic. And then I'm just going to take my whisk and I'm going to give her a whisk. See how, oh, it's lovely and luscious and creamy. It'll probably continue just to thicken up a little bit after also, so trust. Don't leave it on too long on the burner. Do the spoon test like I showed you. Okay, we're going to set this aside. And we're going to put together the Croque Monsieur. One of the reasons why I love making this recipe is because I usually have the ingredients in my fridge. So we are going to be using ham. This is a Black Forest honey ham that I had cut for sandwiches, and If you have made off the bone ham, oh my goodness, that would be amazing in this as well. But like I said, use what you have, okay? So any ham you have in the house will do. All right, then we're gonna take this great sourdough bread. Now this is not our homemade sourdough. We just did not have time between Thursday's taping and today's taping to make some. So we have this amazing, beautiful bakery in the neighborhood called Dough, and they make the most wonderful sourdough bread. It's not gluten-free, but from time to time I do have regular bread. And if you are gonna have regular bread, go for sourdough, because the sourdough helps you to break things down, and it's also good for your gut. All right, so we're gonna take our bread and we're gonna butter just one side of it, okay? And I'm using, I try to get my butter out so it's nice and soft at room temp. And if it's not soft, guys, you can totally just put it in the microwave for 10 seconds and it'll be perfect. I just find it easier to butter the bread when it's soft. This is going to give you that really golden crispy exterior, so be generous. This is not the time to worry about your diet, guys. This is all about comfort, yummy, yummy gooiness, crispy bread on toasted bread on the outside, okay? Okay, our bread has all been buttered. We're going to get a pan and we're going to put one of the buttered slices down. Okay, I want to make sure that I have the same sizes. Okay, great. The next step, guys, is we're going to take a bit of Dijon mustard. This is Dijon. It's the smooth. Has a bit of a peppery taste to it. You don't need a lot, but it does give a really nice zip. Okay, so we're just going to put that on the just a light coating of this is all you need. Now we're going to do the second slice of bread. Done. All right, so now we're going to take the beautiful ham and we're going to just place some slices on there. Guys, you can put as much ham as you want on your sandwich, okay? There is no specific amount. I'm doing like 3 pieces. I may add some more. So good. You know what? I think I'm going to add some more, because who doesn't love more ham? Okay, wonderful. Now I'm going to go get our bechamel sauce. Okay, so we're going to take this beautiful bechamel sauce and we're going to just drizzle a little bit of sauce over the ham. Just like so. If some goes drizzles, not dribbles, drizzles over, guys, that's okay, all right? Okay, now here we have about 1.5 cups. I use Gruyere. You could use Emmental or Comte, I think they call it. If you don't have either of those, you could totally use mozzarella. But if you want, I find the Gruyere has this really nice nuttiness to it, and it melts beautifully as well. But again, you do you. Use what you have at home. So we're going to sprinkle the Gruyere. I mean, some people even do a combination of Parmesan and Gruyere, or Emmental and Parmesan, or they use Emmental and Gruyere and Comte together. You know, they do a blend. I am just keeping it simple today and using Gruyere, my favorite. See, I love the nut. I really, really love the nuttiness of it. And it melts just beautifully. And yes, I know I'm putting a lot of cheese on, but you know, I don't get to have cheese very often because of my casein allergy. And every once in a while, I have some. And if I'm going to have cheese, it's going to be a Croque Monsieur for sure, hands down. Okay, so we place our other piece of bread lightly on top. Okay, and then what we do is we put a little bit more bechamel sauce on the top of the bread. My God, guys, I am so excited to eat this. Bonus of, you know, doing the show. We get to eat the product afterwards. Right, Justin?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and guess what, guys? We're gonna add some more cheese on top.
Oh no!
I know. You know, but we'll suffer through eating it. Oh yeah. Again, this is not where you skimp, guys. This is not a day where you're worrying about your calories and your diet. It is okay to have this yummy food. It's just about balance, you know. You just don't have it every day. There's no bad food, guys. There is no bad food. Okay, I think that's good. Actually, you know what? I feel like it needs just a little bit more cheese in a couple spots, so I'm gonna go grate some more. Okay, so there's just a couple spots that look a little stingy with cheese, and I really want it nice and ooey gooey and bubbly, so I grabbed my grater and we're gonna add some more. So just here in the end here, we don't want anyone to feel like they don't have enough cheese. Okay, so these are now ready to go in our oven that we preheated at 425, and we're gonna start it at 10 minutes and check on them. You wanna see the nice golden, bubbly kind of change of color on the cheese, okay? All right, and it goes. Oh, I'm excited. See you in 10 minutes. Did you know that they were serving Croque Monsieur as early as 1910 in Parisian cafes? People have been enjoying this delicacy for quite some time. So while your Croque Monsieur is in the oven cooking, now's a great time to put together a lovely salad. And I'm going to show you how to make a French vinaigrette. All right, so I just have a jar. I love reusing jars, and it's also, then you can just shake your vinaigrette up, super easy. To this jar, we're going to add this is where you use your really good quality olive oil, guys. 1/4 cup of olive oil. I'm using 1/3 because, well, I like a little bit juicy. All right, and that goes. Then we're going to add 1/4 cup of red wine vinegar. A tablespoon of Dijon mustard. Now, at this point, I love adding shallots to my vinaigrettes, and it's also very French. But if you don't have shallots, that's okay. You can add green onion. This is what a shallot looks like, guys. It's like looks like a mini onion. It has the flavor of an onion with a hint of garlic on the finish. So I'm using shallots, but again, use green onion. And if you don't have any green onion or shallots, you don't have to worry about it. It'll still taste great without them. Okay, I'm gonna grab a little bit of salt. So I'm gonna do like about that much salt. You can always taste it after you shake it to see if it needs more salt or less. A little grinding of fresh pepper. And then we put the lid on. And my friend Julie used to make these beautiful olive oils and vinegars, and she'd say, shake it like it owes you money. So I'm quoting you, Julie. I'm shaking it like it owes me money. There you go. Simple as that, guys. Now, some people might want that even creamier. You could always like use a hand mixer or an emulsion blender to get it really creamy, and so the shallots get all pureed and things like that, but we're keeping things simple today. So we're gonna put the vinaigrette aside. We will dress our salad at the very end because we don't want it to get soggy. So it is almost ready. I'm gonna show you what it looks like. Come on in, Justin, come and see. Look at that bubbly goodness, oh my God. Okay, so if you want to improve the presentation and also kind of the flavor in a way, at this point you could put it to broil for like a minute, but check halfway through, and that'll kind of help get that kind of, you know, that kind of toasty look to the cheese. So I'm going to turn my oven to broil. Okay. All right, guys. We've had our Croque Monsieur in under the broil for 1 minute and 30 seconds. I timed it for you. Hey, shout out to Kira Braun, who sent me these gorgeous new 100% silicone oven mitts from Pampered Chef. Thanks, Kira. OMG, guys. OMG. Look at that. Oh my goodness.
You hear the sizzle.
You can totally hear the sizzle. All right, we're going to take... I'm going to go get my plates. And carefully. Oh yeah, and it's beautifully golden on the underside, guys, too. It's not burnt. Oh, we just had a little extra sauce that spilled over. That's okay. All right, so we're ready to plate up, and we're gonna mix our vinaigrette now with our salad. So I'm just keeping it simple. I am just using a salad mix, of spring mix that I bought from the store. You could add anything you want to this right now. You could add some onion, and you could add some carrot. You could add some tomato, some cucumber. I just want it really, I just want the greens. Sometimes a girl just wants some greens. Okay, now we're gonna take our vinaigrette, shake it up again, like it owes you money. Make sure, because sometimes it'll separate. And we're gonna just drizzle a little bit on. I tend to put less. I don't like it when it's like soppy and overdressed, so you can always add more vinaigrette. And we're gonna just mix it up here. Oh, so good. All right, I'm gonna cut this on the cutting board, and I'm going to try and cut it so it doesn't all ooze out, because I really wanna show you how gorgeous this is. All right, I think going down the middle is probably my best bet. I'm gonna be very careful here. I want to try and keep it intact. Oh yeah, okay. Did you hear that crunch? Oh my goodness, guys. This is going to be so good. Okay, ready? Look at this. Oh my God, guys. Okay. Oh, and the cheese. Oh, it's everywhere. String cheese everywhere. Okay, yum. All right, we're going to, salad's ready. Put that on the plate. Oh, who would want to eat this on a weekend, rainy day, or even on a sunny day, or maybe it's not the weekend and you just feel like treating yourself. Maybe you've called in sick, you've taken a mental day, from work, and you're like, I'm gonna make myself a Croque Monsieur. All right, guys, look how amazing. Who would not want to eat this? All right, I'm gonna take a bite. Let's see. It's hot. Okay, I don't want to burn myself. Oh my. Cheesy goodness. Overload. Bon appetit. Till next time.